Today is February 3rd, 2023. Okay. They were loud outside last night. I did the video that I'm uploading. Now I'm going to make this one really short. My brother-in-law was CIA. He worked under Dick Cheney, traveled the world. My sister and him were together since, oh God, they were in high school. Okay. They met at Burger King and dated. Okay. So through him going to college to working at the Pentagon. Years. They lived together 4 years. That's when you become like a common law wife. Whatever. Well, they never made it official because of his career, and they were getting ready to actually do that. They bought a condo, together, and where she would just stay in a big apartment with his friends that worked at the FBI headquarters in Washington D.C. When he left the country for over a month, and she worked in a restaurant. She had friends that worked at the restaurant that were illegal, and they didn't have their citizenship, but they were good people. Okay. And they just didn't have their citizenship. She came home one time and she was crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? She said, well, I've got some really good friends. We go out to eat. I go over to their house and they're good people. And when we actually get married, I was told I could not go over their house. I could not be their friends. I could only see them at work with everybody else. That I would not be allowed around anybody that did not have their citizenship. I would not, and I would not be allowed uh, to go over to their house. They couldn't come over to ours. Uh, I could not be seen around anybody with any criminal back, and nor over there, or he gets fired. And they monitor all the time. His reputation has to be above board. She said, I'm not doing anything wrong having lunch with that lady. And she was calling her by name, and she said, we're really good friends. And she said, I can't have lunch with her no more. Once we make it official. And I said, well, how much do you love Craig? She's like, I love him with all of my heart. I said, then I think he's better than a lunch. And you can just see her at work. And she's like, yeah. She said, but I hate this. So with that being said, why didn't the FBI find out Will had problems with prostitutes? He should have been fired for it. You can't have a problem with regular prostitutes or gay prostitutes. You can't have a problem with prostitutes at all. You can't have a problem with any kind of drugs or illegal behavior or being around, seeing around people like that. Or have them in your home or be out with them. Unless you're on a case, you can't be seen around them. You get fired. Why didn't they fire him a long time ago? And why didn't they catch this before he got to me? Good question, huh? Even the FBI and the police in police protected home custody, they can't monitor you in the toilet. They can't watch you in the bathroom. It's living areas only. They can't be in the bathroom because you're exposing yourself. They can't be in the bathroom. They're not paid perverts. They can't watch you on the toilet. Even the FBI can't watch you on the toilet. You have a right to dignity. There's porn laws. You have a right to take a shower and not worry. They can't even watch the women in prison in the shower. They're not paid perverts, and they definitely can't show it to anybody. So where Michelle's a pea sweater girl, there is definitely not only psychological problems with her. Then there is legal problems. Even the FBI cannot be in your bathroom. They can't be in your bathroom. That is one place they cannot be, is in the bathroom. Because of you're naked and exposed. They cannot watch you on the toilet, in the shower. They can't watch you there. Once you go in there, there's no cameras. And it comes down to that. So where Michelle's dad and his little gay drug dealers and his little gay male prostitutes that he was doing doing this to me is not funny, is it? And then showing people altered tapes of making things from one shower scene in the other room. They weren't allowed to watch me in the shower. They weren't allowed to watch me on the toilet. And where I used the bathroom in Ravenna during the case, I pushed up my sleeve and didn't, flush the toilet. Then I flushed the toilet, and then I go over and washed my hands. I took the sweater off, washed my hands up to my arms. And I was just like, crap, I touched my sweater. Most people just wash their arms and not even think anything of it. But I'm OCD. So what I did is I took the sweater off. And I changed 2 different sweaters. She shows up with her mean friends. Don't sit by her. She has a peace sweater on. I changed that sweater. And she admitted, Dave's girlfriend, admitted to watching me on the toilet. It is illegal for his to show anybody any of the case that is not police or FBI. You can't show your kids. You can't show anybody. But he sold the login to regular people and made millions. And then they weren't allowed in my bathroom and toilet. They did it to dehumanize me because they're evil. I told you yesterday I had to drop something off at Josh's house. And that Terry's not too far. And I'm pissed. And I'm so mad at those male prostitutes for showing up and saying stuff to me. I went over and I said, what do I do with this? And I told her, I said, you know how I told you I was raped? Yes. I said, and I actually told her about the shooting night. I said, they were actually in that old lady's apartment. He bragged to Dixie that they had gunfire. I was the wrong house. And that I was target practice. They were going to shoot me if I ran. You do realize that, right? I said, the male nurse's house tried to grab me when I ran from them the next day. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, who does this to a human being? I said, some lady said her husband got killed. And I said, I tried to get her help. And 3 of those prostitutes broke in and beat and raped me. And they took videos of it. And they showed it to 5-year-old girls. She's like, why would they show it to 5 years old? Trying to get some humanity. Get a sense of dignity out of these people. A sense. 1 molecule sense of how illegal and immoral this is. 1 drop of sense. And she's like, why would they show that to little girls? I said, exactly, because they're prostitutes and male gay prostitutes. They don't care who they hurt. And that's who Michelle, Dave's girlfriend's father, was messed up with, was gay prostitutes that he owed drug money to. And that's where I was getting drugged up. She said, Karen, I always said he was dangerous. I said, yeah. So these people helping them get money for anything instead of telling people to help me? Are you insane? And I said, they came in and started screaming. I said, I was going to Faith Family Church, that big mega 3,000 church. I said, they come running in saying stuff, and the usher told him off for what he did was considered rape in front of 3,000 people, and I left crying. I said, they showed them videos of it. I said, they're sick. I said, I work home health care. And even they said stuff around my clients. I don't know how to make this stop. She's like, Karen, you didn't get anything but alimony out of this. What do you want? Your alimony now too? Pretty much. That's what all this shit is about. These people. I told her, I said, Dixie already knew about, he bragged to the shooting night, that he had people up there, they were in somebody else's house, that the neighbor tried to grab me. She knew when I almost got carjacked that he took off and he thought it was funny, he knew it was happening. I said, you know where I almost was kidnapped in front of you? I said, I told her about that, and I said the following writing was linked back to that church. I looked, and she just looked at me, and I said, I'll tell you what. And I said, you knew that he told the Perry police they knew where the security system was with attempted break-in. She's like, Karen, I already told you he was dangerous a long time ago, or dangerous before. I said, how many times did he threaten to kill me? Kill me. And you overheard it over the years. I said, how can he hate me that bad? How? I don't understand. I said, but I'll tell you what, everybody in town seen those floor plates. We don't even have a hotel. They had to rent a room. And they were following me around and saying they were part of it. And they were part of a gentleman's club from Florida. And I told her where I remembered somebody telling me what a gentleman's club from Florida. It's a male strip club. They prostitute men. and they do drugs and they drink. It's a prostitution center for gay men. I said, that's who they had help. And that's who was drugging me up. And they were here and everybody seen them in the town I live in. So, yeah. Yeah, I told her, I said, I don't even know how to make it stop. And I said, they come up and say stuff. I said, I am a DSP and I do home health care. I said, I just passed another FBI background check. I said, my new employer asked me why Dave is considered dangerous as an associate. Red flag by him. I said, I offered to leave. I had tears coming up in my eyes. Why is he considered dangerous by the FBI? I said, I'll leave. No, I want an answer. I said, because he tried to have me killed. I said, I thought he was going to fire me. I hadn't even finished my paperwork for hiring me. He just pulled that background check. I'm fine, and Dave's considered dangerous. She's like, he is dangerous. Very much dangerous. So are these people. Do you realize even the FBI and the police cannot watch you in the bathroom or toilet? There is a right to privacy and dignity. There is a right. They can't, and then there's porn laws because you're exposing yourself. They can't even be in your home. They can't show it to people. Michelle's family had lost their minds, wrapped up, and those drug dealers are knowing it. And I'll tell you what, that her admitting to seeing me on the toilet, she had me raped. How dangerous is that agent's family? How dangerous, and why didn't the FBI get it, Jim, before it got to me? Why? My sister wasn't even allowed around anybody that didn't have their citizenship or any kind of person with any kind of charges against him once she married him. Think about that. Why didn't they fire him a long time ago? These people run by screaming stuff saying they're going to get money. They're just drug addicts, prostitutes, or drug dealers, or lookouts for them. That's it. That's it. I'm not in trouble. I passed an FBI background check again. What they did is, do they not understand? They victimized me, and re-victimized me. Nothing they have before the FBI is admissible. Nor can the police look or listen like the one sheriff that I'm friends with. Anything can be photoshopped. Like where Eric laughed at these people for falling for this. For all the tapes before were me and not her. Ha, 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 ha. For my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. It was all me and not her. Ha, ha, ha. High as a kite, November 1822, Walmart 62 by the hair salon. Camera above him and a camera in the hair salon, and they taped an audio. And like the nurse at Mercy Medical, November 24th, 22, in the emergency room telling the Canton police, we all heard that Eric make fun of us for falling for that. And they were talking about the agent that bullied me into saying I was lying when I wasn't. Why hasn't the FBI arrested him? Huh? I want you to think about this. Why haven't they arrested him? These people have been loud and proud with their crimes, and they have no fear. They have embezzled over $300,000 from the Witness Protection Program. Witness Protection Program. Do you understand? And they have put it in prostitutes' money in their pockets and paid for drug deals. Well, they hurt me in front of people, and people laughed at me because they're mentally ill, and there's not a shred of humanity in them that help out in this or even say a word to me. Besides, we call the police. None of this is funny. I gotta go.